Alright, so we're back for episode 2. This is how to remove the head. So once you got the cams out and the valve cover off, what you want to do is you want to start in the center. So you're going to go take this one out. Then you're going to go to this one. And you're going to go here, 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 and then here. That way you take it off evenly. And that way you don't have any, you don't warp your head or anything. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut to once the head's off. All right, so we got the head bolts out. They weren't easy. We actually had to use this little cheater bar on top of a ratchet. All you gotta do is slide it over the socket and then, get it loose. After that, you guys can just use a ratchet or an air ratchet like we did. And once you get all the bolts out, you're gonna just pop right off. Here, let me go help him out. But basically, you're supposed to take that off, but I slacked on that, so my bad. All right, so Terry's gonna tell us what's going on with my head right now.
Here's number 3. This is the one that was bad. You can see right here and right here that valve is not seating because the carbon filled up on it. And then if you come and scan down the head, you've got excess buildup here and blowout right there in that combustion chamber, so the valves are not seating right, which is going to cause a low compression.
What do you think about the block, Terry?
Rings are good.
All right.
Or not. We're going to replace the rings anyways because it's a good thing to do since we're going to be tearing it down. But the cylinder walls look good. There's no play in the pistons, and we'll find out more on the crank when we get the oil pan on.
Last look around at the valves. It's not supposed to look like this. Now you guys know. Alright, so we got the timing cover off. All you pretty much have to do now is just take off the timing belt and flip the engine over and take the oil pan off. That way you can get to your crank. So right now, since we got that off, we're gonna take off the oil pan. That way we can get access to the pistons. So yeah. All right, once you get the oil pan off, you're gonna have a windage tray, which is this right here. It's gonna be like 8 or 9 10 millimeter bolts and nuts. All you gotta do is undo them. See, they go right here. So undo that, and then you're gonna see exactly what I'm looking at right now. We're gonna, I believe we're gonna take this off, right? And then we're gonna check the bearings and see if there's any play in the, rods and pistons. All right, so once you guys got everything off, this is what it's gonna look like. A few things I didn't cover is taking the rear main seal out. So all it's gonna be, it's 5 10 millimeter bolts. Just undo those, and you're gonna grab a rubber mallet and you're gonna hit lightly on like right here and right here. And then that right there is gonna pop off the rear main seal. After you get the rear main seal off, make sure to get the, you have to remove the water neck, which is, there it is. This right here, the black box, the alternator, pretty much everything, and the sensors as well. And then once you guys have everything off, we're gonna move on to removing, we're gonna remove the connecting rods so we can get to the piston. So that's the next step.
Sometimes you have to tap down on those. That's why we don't have the nuts all the way off. It's very important to keep the cap with the piston that you're pulling out. Sometimes you can rock the piston. Now that the cap is out, you can use the base of a rubber mallet in your hand and just kind of slide it down. But you don't want to let that drop too far. The bolts will hit the cylinder wall if you're not careful and mess your cylinder wall up. So you really want to watch how much drag.
She's up.
this one was starting to see little shiny spots in there.
Yeah.
But when you start seeing the bearing is bad, you'll start to see brass in here. Brass looking metal, and you'll be able to feel grooves. It's still nice and pretty smooth.
Oh, okay.
Besides, it wasn't getting a clean burn because all this carbon buildup.
Yep.
And that's due to the valves, all the carbon that were on the valves. The valves weren't syncing right. Your top two pressure rings are still moving freely, so that's good. Now that oil ring,
it's pretty stuck, huh?
yeah, it's pretty seized up in there, but it's not off center, so it's hadn't been dragging the cylinder wall.
But see that stuck oil ring, that can cause some oil burning issues, right?
Yes, yes. There's no real big grooving on the piston. And after we get all the pistons out and the crank out, we'll flip it over and wipe the cylinders out and show the cylinders.
Alright. So pretty much all you have to do is repeat what we did for that one, right? For all four of them?
Yep.
And that's it, and then just get this off. And then like I said, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory from there. If you can do one, you can do all four. Alright, now that we get all four pistons out, we're gonna go ahead and take this off right here. That way we have access to the crank. So you're gonna start again with the middle ones, make your way out. I don't know if that's necessary, honestly. I just know that, you know, precaution, you know, just do it. All right, now that you got that off, you're gonna remove these little caps. They go right here and right here. That'll give you access to the crank. And now you're gonna remove the crank.
The crank.
Just give it a light little tug and there it goes.
Crank looks really good.
Gonna flip it over. Mm-hmm. And look at the cylinder walls. Oh, look, there's the little oil squirters.
Yep.
That's crazy. Let's get a light.
Okay, yeah, looking in here, see how nice and smooth that is? You can still see the crosshatch. And then what you're looking for is where this burning is at the top, it'll make a small lip. And a lot of times you'll have to redo, or you'll have to bore a cylinder because of this lip, but this isn't bad. So this can probably get away with just being honed out and be okay.
Oh, okay. This is the problem cylinder, cylinder number 3.
And we're kind of looking to make sure that there's no big deep gouges. And again, this lip, and it's not bad. So the cylinder walls are looking pretty good. And with that much carbon buildup, these cylinders, this thing was misfiring and it wasn't running happy.
That's what you can tell from those?
Yeah.
Okay.
All that excess carbon, man, that means that there was a lot of blow-by in them valves.
Okay. See, that's in every cylinder, right?
Yeah, that is in every cylinder. And no big gouges or scratches in the cylinder walls. So when this goes to the machine shop, it'll just get cleaned up really good and honed out.
Oh, you want to tell them about the little spider cracks that are on the block and what that means?
Oh, these little heat cracks. This is from excessive heat. And when we take it to the machine shop, they'll magnaflux this. They put a big heavy duty magnet on it and they pour this powder inside the engine, and if it's a crack that runs all the way through, the powder will stick to the inside of the crack and you'll be able to see it. But some of this can just be casting, but that's excess heat on a lot of this. They could be just surface, but that's what the machine shop will tell us.
Okay, cool. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. we pretty much got a lot done today. You know, we took the whole, I would say like in 2 days, we took the entire engine apart, and now it's ready for the machine shop. So, you know, we should probably have the motor back, I believe, in like a couple weeks. So I'll pick up right where I left off. We're gonna start the assembly process. And like I said, I'm not gonna cover every little detail because one, I'm not that knowledgeable. This is actually my first rebuild. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm like always asking questions and like, you know, overthinking everything. But like I said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.